All right, everybody, welcome back to another deep dive.
I'm excited for this one.
I think this is going to be a really interesting one.
Yeah.
So today we are going to be diving into DNA-based weight loss testing.
Sounds super sci-fi.
It kind of is, right? Like this idea that you
Yeah.
can give a little cheek swab
Right.
and then send it off to a company
Hmm.
and they can tell you what you should be eating to lose weight.
I mean, that's kind of the
It's wild.
that's kind of the dream, right?
I know.
If you're someone who struggles with weight,
Totally.
you've tried all these different diets and nothing's working.
Yeah.
This sounds like the answer.
It does. And I'm really
Yeah.
curious to kind of dig into like the
Yeah.
science behind it and if it actually is all it's cracked up to be.
Yeah, totally.
So how about we just start with like, what is this testing? Like, what are they actually looking at?
Yeah, so basically what they're doing is they're looking at your genes and they're trying to figure out
Okay.
what's going to work best for you in terms of weight loss. So they're looking at things like your metabolism,
Right.
how your body processes fats,
Okay.
how your body builds muscle mass,
Interesting.
how your body responds to different types of exercise.
So they can tell if I'm better at like endurance versus
Right, exactly.
strength training, like that kind of thing.
So like some people are genetically predisposed
Okay.
to be better at like long distance running.
Got it.
Other people are maybe better at like sprinting or weightlifting.
Okay.
And so this test can kind of give you a little bit of insight into that.
That's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool, yeah.
This is like a lot more nuanced than I
Yeah.
initially thought.
It's not just like, oh, you're...
Like, oh, you're going to be fat or you're not going to be fat.
Exactly. There's so much more to it.
There's a lot of different factors that come into play.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fascinating. So, they look at things like your metabolism and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Can you give me an example of like a specific gene or something they might look at?
Yeah. So like one gene they might look at is the FTO gene,
Okay.
which has been linked to...
And that sounds familiar. I think I've heard of that.
Yeah.
I think I've heard of that one before.
It's been linked to like appetite and feelings of fullness.
Okay.
So if you have a certain variation of that gene,
Okay.
you might find that you're just like constantly hungry
Interesting.
and you don't really feel full after you eat.
So like you're more likely to overeat.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's like one example of a gene that they might look at.
That's really interesting.
Yeah.
So like even just knowing that, like
Right.
if that came back on my results,
Uh-huh.
I would kind of have a better sense of like,
Exactly.
okay, well, I really struggle with
Portion control.
portion control. Yeah.
Maybe I should pay more attention to that kind of thing.
Exactly.
So it can kind of give you some strategies for
Right.
like how to manage those things.
Yeah, that's really cool. I love that it's so personalized.
Yeah.
I mean, how much have we spent on fad diets and stuff?
Oh,
It's like constantly thinking like,
I know.
oh, this is the one. This can be the thing.
Right. And it's so frustrating.
It's so frustrating. And then it's like, well, why didn't that work for me?
Right. And then you blame yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
But it could be that your genetics are just like
Totally.
not compatible with that particular diet.
That's so interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, but let's be real. These tests aren't cheap.
Right.
I was looking online and they're like, what, $300?
Yeah, somewhere around there.
So is it really worth the price?
Yeah.
Like, what are we really getting for that?
Yeah, that's a really good question. And I think it depends on the person.
Okay.
If you're someone who has really struggled with weight loss
Right.
and you've tried everything else.
Like I've spent thousands of dollars on,
Exactly.
you've tried every fad diet.
Yeah.
You've bought all the supplements.
Yeah.
Then, yeah, maybe this is worth it for you.
Because it could really help you to finally
Get some answers.
figure out what works for you
Yeah.
and stop wasting money.
Yeah. No more just throwing spaghetti at the wall
Exactly.
and hoping something sticks.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So it's an investment,
Okay.
but it could be a really valuable one.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
All right. So to recap DNA-based weight loss testing,
Yes.
what is it?
It analyzes your genes to create a personalized weight loss plan.
So it can help you understand how your body processes food, responds to exercise,
Right?
and what strategies will be most effective for you.
Exactly.
That's incredible.
It is pretty amazing.
It's like the future of weight loss.
And it makes you wonder, right?
Yeah.
Like if we can personalize weight loss through DNA,
Right.
what else can we personalize?
Right. Wow.
Like what about our sleep patterns?
Right. What about our workouts?
What about our skincare routines?
Wow. Yeah. If you could like find out how your body responds to different ingredients
Right, exactly.
and like optimize your entire life
Yeah.
based on your DNA.
Like the possibilities are endless.
That's mind blowing.
It is.
Wow. Okay. Well, on that note, we are going to wrap up this deep dive.
I know. I'm like,
I know, right? It's like,
so many things to think about.
it makes you think.
Yeah.
So thank you all for listening,
Yes, thank you.
and we'll catch you in the next deep dive.
See ya.
Bye.